Hey guys, how you doing? Good evening and welcome to my Instagram feed, or if it's YouTube you're watching from, welcome to my channel. This is your one and only Waka Waka Doctor. Of course, bringing you the best of migration across different platforms, sharing opportunities that exist with helping people to move abroad. If this is the first time of joining me, I want to say welcome. For those who have always watched me, you know how we do it. So, of course, I've made several videos that would help you move to different countries depending on your choice. If you want to move to any country and you can think about it, then you definitely have to watch my videos. I have made different videos that would help you move to Holland, Germany, Finland, Ireland, Italy, Sweden, France, Portugal, New Zealand, Australia, Italy, Belgium, anywhere you think of, England, Canada, any country, Switzerland, Malta. So long as you can think it, there's probably a video about it. Luxembourg, Poland. Yes, I've done all those videos. So you just have to check out those videos as to how to move to them. If you're looking for job opportunities in Canada, you're looking for job opportunities in the UK, looking for job opportunities in Poland, looking for job opportunities in Australia, I've also got videos you can look at your free time. Today, we are talking about job opportunities that are open in the UK at the moment. And of course, we know that there are a lot of people who want to move to the United Kingdom. And so, like I always do, I bring guests who know how to do this thing. So it doesn't look as if it's Waka Waka Doctor that's sharing these opportunities and, some people doubt. So for doubting Thomases, I usually would bring someone who knows what they are talking about to come and share their experience, so that it's easier that way. All right. So keep your questions. I will do my best to answer as many questions as possible, but let's get straight to it and bring up my guest. Let me bring up my guest so that we can get into the groove. So that we can get into the move, you need to watch these videos. That's why I create these videos. That's why I do this video. So I'm waiting for my guest to join us so that we can start this straight away. My guest is there you go. How are you doing?
Baba, I don't even know where you did, whether you just enjoy around the globe or you did work. Me, I don't know.
I did my house. I did my house.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for doing this with me. Thanks for joining me on this episode. We talked about this in the DM. We said we're going to talk about how to get jobs or jobs. Well, I've got a video that talks about how to get jobs in the UK, but we're more specific now as to jobs that are open right now in the UK. And we're sharing lots of them. You've got loads and loads of them. And you always use your page to talk about opportunities that exist in the UK as well. And that's very good. So I'll just listen, because I'm also listening. I'm taking down points so that you can share some of these jobs that are open. I know that we've talked about, positions in human resources management, IT, accounting, banking, finance, blah, 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 blah. You have a lot of them. So I'll just let you talk and share with people. Guys, get your pen, get your paper. There'll be a lot of writing. We've got 20 minutes to share this. And you'll tell us how to get these jobs and the job positions that are open at the moment. So this is, well, let her introduce herself. Let me not blow a trumpet. Let her introduce herself so that she can tell you who she is and why she does what she does. Go ahead, Doc.
Okay, so I'm the M. Abudu. Some people call me Dr. Mo because I'm also a medical doctor, but I'm not practicing as a medical doctor. I'm a tech
You've
girl.
left us.
Yeah, so but then basically what I do is to just bring information and opportunities closer to you, because like I saw somewhere this morning, knowledge is the new currency. The new currency in the sense that you want to be investing in yourself, you want to be looking for information, you want to be gathering information. And when you do that, you want to then begin to spend that currency. So you then begin to do. So like I would always say, the moment you move from being a knower to a doer, that's when the magic happens. The moment you start doing, that's when the magic happens. Doing is where you get the results. So what we do basically is to bring information to your table, opportunities, and then you have to do the job. You have to do the work. You have to put in the effort. So basically what I do is just research and see what are the opportunities out there. That's what I do. If you come to my page, you'll be able to see all that on a daily basis, I guess. So the first place I want you to go to, we are very short with time. So if there's anything I don't cover here, just come to my page. I post jobs and stories all the time, and then on my YouTube page as well. Waka Waka, thank you for having me. And before we go on, thank you also for giving me that shout out, because some people just came to my DM and they were like, oh, we saw your advert on Waka Waka's page. In my head, I'm like, the man will say, you don't even collect 1 penny. You just did it. And so thank you for all that you're doing. Thank you for the impact. I didn't even ask you directly. Someone else asked you and you're like, oh, no, I'm going to post it in a couple of days, and then you did. So thank you for all you're doing as well. I really, really appreciate your effort and the work you're putting out. God bless you. So the first place I want you to go to, like if you have another gadget you can use at the moment, University of Nottingham, go there first. Every other thing I'm going to say now is secondary. First, go to University of Nottingham. And the way you get that, I think I wrote it down. So you go to their website. It's www.nottingham.ac.uk/jobs. That's where you want to go to. www.nottingham.ac.uk/jobs. And then you will go to the section that says moving to Nottingham. That's the section you want to go to. There are different sections in there. You want to go to the section that says moving to Nottingham. Then under moving to Nottingham, then you have current jobs. I'm not sure how much my laptop can show here, but notwithstanding, just follow the steps I've just given to you. When you get to current jobs, why this is important, I'm just going to quickly read what is on their page. And this is University of Nottingham. I know where it is. I've been there a couple of times. So nothing shady going on here. If you click the jobs that have sponsorship, there are a lot of jobs on that page with sponsorships. There are some without sponsorships, and they would indicate it clearly that this role does not have sponsorship. And the ones with sponsorship, they would also indicate it. Why I'm telling you about this is I feel a lot of people don't know about it. And if you get to that page, you would see where they say for the jobs that have visa sponsorship, and I'm reading from their websites now. So it says, for successful international applicants, so they're recognizing that people can apply from outside the UK. We provide financial support for your visa and for your immigration health surcharge. For your visa, we provide financial support for your visa. So this platform is saying we are not only going to give you visa sponsorship, we are going to provide for you financial support for your visa and the immigration health surcharge. You know, you have to pay IHS. It's only doctors, nurses, and healthcare workers that are no longer paying IHS, right? I think it's about £600 per person.
£600, yeah.
Yeah, so you have to pay IHS, but they're saying we will provide financial support. Then they said plus an interest-free loan to help you cover the cost of immigration-related expenses for any dependents. So it's kind of juicy. We will give you an interest-free loan to help you cover the cost of immigration-related expenses for any dependents accompanying you to the UK. So this one is straightforward. And then they said we welcome applications from UK, Europe, and from across the globe. And they have loads and loads of positions. And it's also written on the website, if a job has expired, if a job has closed, we are going to take the job down. We daily upload, it's written there, I'm reading from the site. We daily upload jobs every day. So you are not applying for stale jobs. You are not applying for jobs that have expired. You are applying for real-time jobs. And they have loads of jobs. They have banking and finance. I'm just going to read, because there's a lot there. I'm just going to read the jobs they have. They have finance managers. So you're into banking and finance, and the salary is between 40 to 50K on their website. And digital marketing role on the website, operations manager, and that's another thing. When you're searching for jobs in the UK, so if you're searching for human resource manager, if you put people operation manager, by the time you check the job responsibilities, you see that there are similar job responsibilities. Sometimes they just change the title. And I always tell people, even though we've overflogged it, when people are applying for healthcare assistance, I would always say interchange it. Put support worker, put domiciliary care worker, put live-in carer, because there are different titles for a particular role. They can make it, say it in different ways. So you apply for human resource, it could be human resource advisor, human resource agent, human resource manager, human resource assistant. So people's operations manager. So look at it, because if you look at the job responsibility, you see that it's literally similar to what you do as human resource manager. So they have that, and there are numerous lecturing, teaching roles. Numerous, even in engineering departments, in their own engineering department, they have a lot of research assistant roles. I have that written here. They also have roles in tutor in English, different tutor in English for academic, assistant professor, because sometimes people say you guys are always talking about healthcare assistant. There are a lot of roles outside healthcare assistant, and these jobs I'm listening, they come with visa sponsorship. It's quite interesting because I'm not sure what people can see, but it's just underneath them, written what I've just read out. They have transitional assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science, and this job, they have multiple roles for assistant professor. They have teaching assistant roles in computer science, teaching assistant roles in anatomy, and everything I'm saying now, I've checked them, and they have visa sponsorship. In fact, I can't even list everything. They have system analyst in corporate finance, 31,000 to 40,000 per annum salary. They have operations manager, 40 to 50,000. They have teaching associate in biomedical science. They would expect that you have a degree in biomedical science, 31 to 40,000 per annum, pounds per annum. So there are lots of roles in the University of Nottingham with visa sponsorship. There are some other assistant roles, but they would clearly indicate that this doesn't this role is not eligible for visa sponsorship. So the first thing I want everyone watching to do, first go to the University of Nottingham. There are places where you can search for your job, and don't also only search for your job, look through, because there may be other areas you've had experience in, you've had skills in the past that you can still apply for. They have head of business development. I remember sending that to someone yesterday, head of business development. I sent it to her with visa sponsorship, fully funded, and loan for immigration purposes. So University of Nottingham, the first thing for people in banking and finance, the University of Sussex, I hope I pronounced that well. Sussex.
University of Sussex.
Sometimes I get it wrong. Sometimes I say Sussex, sometimes I say Sussex, but all join. That university is currently employing an associate finance business partner, and it comes with visa sponsorship. So you want to check that out for banking and finance. There's London South Bank University employing assistant accountants. So you want to check that. It comes with visa sponsorship. Another thing I would say is the NHS Trust is such a big organization. It's massive. And then people get this perspective that NHS Trust is just for doctors, nurses, healthcare workers, social workers. No. If you have as many doctors as they have, you then need a lot of administrative roles. There's a lot of admin work that goes on in the NHS. And the NHS, just go to NHS jobs. There are lots of jobs in there that offer sponsorship. I keep going to NHS is like my go-to. It's very comfortable for me.
So NHS jobs, yeah?
NHS jobs. Just go to NHS job. You'll be able to, you say like a section where you can search, put in that role, and then look through the jobs. You'll be able to see the ones that have visa sponsorships, the ones without visa sponsorship. There are some jobs that will specifically state that this is for people within the UK. So if you see those jobs, it's more like a red flag. This is for people within the UK. If you still want to apply, fine. But a lot of jobs on the NHS website would just say certificates of sponsorship. So it means that if they can't really find anybody within the UK qualified enough or with a the necessary requirement they want for that role, then if you have applied outside the country, that gives you a higher chance to then apply for the role and then give them a banging CV, get called for an interview, and then you'll be able to get the job if they pick you, right? So that's banking. PwC, you want to look at their website. I've made a video specifically on
PwC.
yeah,
PwC, right?
yeah, I have a video on my channel on that. They have a lot of those in banking and finance as well. You want to check them out for banking and finance. I'm just going to move now to IT because I like IT. So the same thing, NHS job website, IT, Okado Group. Okado Group, they have a lot of those for people in IT. So they have
You call that Okado Group?
Okado Group, yes.
Okay.
Okado Group, they have
Group.
lots of those. Yeah, they have software engineers, support analysts. You want to check out engineers, back-end, front-end engineers. You want to check out Okado Group. They're offering sponsorship. Quali is a fantastic, I think it's a fantastic game. I call them fantastic because I see that they offer visa sponsorship.
How do you spell Quali?
Quali is Kwalee.
Okay, Quali. All
Yeah,
right,
I'm watching because of our time.
Okado Group, Quali.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quali. Then there's wintermute. Wintermute has visa sponsorship jobs for people in IT. You want to check that out.
Winter what?
WINTER MUTE.
Oh, wintermute. Okay, yeah, that's another one.
Yeah.
Okay, so Okado Group, Quali, wintermute. Okay, these are websites that people can go to, correct?
Yeah, you can go to their company. These are companies that are employing people with visa sponsorship. I can always give websites.
Visa companies. They have visa companies that are hiring people. Wow.
So Papa, they're like, you know, like the way PwC is, the way Nestle is, that's a company. So Quali is a company, it's a gaming company. So they have different jobs with sponsorship. So you just go to their website.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I think it's important for me to also share this with people that it's not enough to start asking, what about fintech? What about hotel management? What about this? What about that? I think our responsibility here is to give you those websites. It's your job to now start, you know, filtering through and checking yourselves, because it's a whole lot of information with limited time. I mean, we cannot be here for the next 1 hour sharing these opportunities. That's why, because of course, people will get tired and go. So that's why we try and make it as succinct as possible. 20 minutes, share information as much as we can so that you can now go. I mean, we've talked about Nottingham, nottingham.ac.uk/jobs now, with loads of visa sponsorship jobs that are available. If you take time to look at that website alone, you know, it's a lot. Okay, and we've talked about wintermute, we've talked about Quali, we've talked about PwC, we've talked about Okado groups. You know, these are websites that would help with visa sponsorships, and it's your own duty now to check for the one that has hospitality in it, for the job that has business admin in it, for the one that has HR personnel in it. Check them. You probably find some and apply as many as you can. Go ahead, Doc.
Yes, so the Nottingham AC.uk/jobs is the University of Nottingham. There are two universities in Nottingham. There's Nottingham Trent University and there's University of Nottingham. So University of Nottingham, they have a lot of jobs and they're employing people. Some of the jobs come with visa sponsorship, and so that's the website I gave earlier. Some of the other places I've called are companies. Most of us are familiar with PwC. We're familiar with Nestle. Some of Quali, they're companies. And if you want to go to sites where you can also find visa sponsorships, or sites where I find visa sponsorship, where I post, sites like Indeed. I think all of you, or most people, should know Indeed now. Indeed is such an amazing platform. One of my subscribers yesterday just told me she found a job on Indeed, and it's a remote job. She's in Nigeria, but it's a remote job in Canada, and they're going to be paying her Canadian dollars. But she found that job on Indeed. So Indeed is a
That's
platform you want
amazing.
to go. Yeah. So if you're like some of the places that I've called are like companies, but then sites like Indeed, sites like Total Jobs, sites like LinkedIn. You can go to LinkedIn. A lot of people find business sponsorship jobs on LinkedIn. CareerJet is a place I really like. I like to go to CareerJet a lot. So I find a lot of jobs under CareerJet. You just put careerjet.com. It's a site where you can find jobs. Caterer.com for people who are chefs in the building. Caterer.com is where I find sponsorship.
Caterer.com.
Yes, caterer.com. That's where I find
So
sponsorship jobs.
caterers can also get jobs here.
Yes. I sent a job to an Indian, and because of course that particular job is for Indian chefs, and I have an Indian chef on as a follower on Instagram, and I sent it to her yesterday to apply. So chefs are caterer.com for chefs, sous chefs, Indian chefs, Italian chefs, different types of chefs. Sometimes they indicate the country, like, oh, they want an Indian chef, but not necessarily that you're Indian, but you are an Indian
Know
chef.
how to make
Yeah,
Indian.
yeah. And sometimes it's not narrowed down to Italian chef or Indian. It's just a sous chef or chefs. So caterer.com is where I find visa sponsorship jobs for chefs, sous chefs, managers like restaurant managers and all that, for people who want to relocate in the UK or they're in the UK already and looking for chef jobs with visa sponsorship. So you can look at that. You can look at Total Jobs, CV Library, Simply Hired, Indeed, CareerJet. There are a lot of job sites where you can. Joa.com is another place I go to if I'm looking for some specific types of job. Joa.com. I might go there as well to look for jobs. Then NHS website. Don't forget about NHS websites to look for jobs.
Let me cut you short. We did talk about other fields like, was it dental? You talked about one dental something at the time.
Dental associates.
Dental associates, thank you.
Yeah.
Then you talked about is it UI UX?
Oh, UX, yes. There's so many.
Yeah, tell us about those ones. We have a few minutes to spare.
Okay, so there's so many. Why I'm opening my jotter is because for dentistry, right? It might be a bit expensive to get registered with the regulatory body and everything, but at the end of the day, it's worth it because I was checking. I have to say hello. This is my consultant. This is like my consultant in Luz. Hi, Dr. George. Hi. He's a pediatric surgeon. So I have to say.
Oh, Dr. George, it's nice to have you here.
Yeah. So you have dental. That it might be expensive to write exam and all that, but it's worth it because they pay them so well. I was looking to a job for dentistry this morning, and I saw dental practitioner about 100K. The salary range was 100K to £160,000 per annum, right? And it comes with a 2 visa sponsorship. Is Angleton Dental Practice. So if you want to check that out, but of course, you need the GDS registration. For medical doctors, we need GMC reg. For dental practitioners, they need GDS registration. So you want to look at it because I've had some dentists ask me they want to apply as healthcare assistant, which is fine. Healthcare assistants are doing amazing jobs, amazing work for our people here, right? But then if you're a dentist and what you really want is to be and practice as a dentist here, it is worth looking at it and see the requirements and the exams and everything. Money is the last thing you want to think about. You're trying to climb a mountain. Don't put money first. Money is the least currency you want to put. I know money is important, but don't let money limit and stop you. Find out what's the process. What do I need to do first? Go step by step, right? So don't let, because a lot of people are saying, I don't have money. And I'm like, if we share our stories, you will just be amazed. Except you're like Otedola's daughter or something. I didn't have any money stored somewhere to say, this is what I used to pay for PLAB 2 and PLAB 1 and pay for visa. No, it's step by step, right? Okay, so for dentists, there are lots of jobs. ABC Dental is recruiting a dental associate, but then you need visa sponsor. They will give you visa sponsorship, but of course you need to be GDC registered. Dental Care Group with visa sponsorship. Some of these people, it even comes with relocation package, and then it's quite robust. The salary is robust. Then vet doctors, vet nursing. It's amazing how there's so many jobs, and I'm serious. Just go to Indeed. You see a lot of jobs for vet nurses and vet doctors, but there might still be the same issue like dentistry. For courses like that or jobs like that, you need to be registered with the governing body. But then I was looking through the governing body for nurses, for vet nurses this morning. I saw 3 requirements. It didn't seem like there's any exam that needs to be done. The website is RCVS. That's where vet nurses need to register. And all I saw was your degree in vet nursing, your experience, and English, knowledge of proof of English. There are lots of jobs for vet nurses and vet doctors with visa sponsorship in the UK.
Okay.
I have some numbers there as well.
So before we round up, we're going to talk about some UI UX jobs. But before we round up, I also think that I should say this, that if you're looking for jobs with relocation packages, it's very, very important that you have your passport with you. So if you don't have your passport, we can't help you. Have your passport, very important. Have a well-tailored CV. Make sure your CV is well packaged in line with the job you're applying for. This is very important. Okay, some jobs might require you to take IELTS. Maybe some don't require to take IELTS. It all depends. But make sure you have these documents ready for when you want to apply for these jobs. We've mentioned several websites here. We've talked about nottingham.ac.uk/jobs for loads and loads of jobs. We talked about caterer.com for chef jobs. We've talked about PwC. We've talked about Quali. We've talked about Wintermute. We've talked about, yes, somebody's asking about lecturers. We've talked about nottingham.ac.uk/jobs, the jobs in those places. We've talked about Okado group as well. So take out your time and look at these websites, and I apply for as many as possible. No, we're not going to talk about caregivers because we've talked about those in loads of videos. I have almost 4 videos about caregivers on my YouTube channel that you can check out. So, Dr. Mo, before we round up, UI UX jobs.
This is a different world entirely that I'm crazy about, and then I love, because this would give you, I'm a career coach, so you can boss me if you need mentorship, because I switched from being a medical doctor into tech. Tech is the future. Tech is now. Tech is the future, and it doesn't mean everybody would go into tech. But then, if tech is what you really, if you think, oh, I may find fulfillment in tech, or I want to switch careers and I don't know what to do, you need to explore, find out what is this about. There's no harm. Knowledge is the new currency. There's no harm in finding out what this is about, and you may just enjoy it. You never know. You are user researcher, UX designers, UI designers. I made a video on my YouTube. That's the last video I posted a few days ago about jobs in UX roles, like UX designer jobs. The UK with visa sponsorship. I have 2 UX designers in my Telegram group, and they're going to apply for those jobs. They are in Nigeria, and they're UX designers in Nigeria, right? I'm a user researcher in the UK, and that job's the pay is not bad, right? So I know they are user researchers.
I'm coming to your DM. Me said I'll become doctor with US researcher.
There are a couple of roles in Nigeria as well for user researchers. Facebook is employing user researchers, and I listed them somewhere. I went there and searched, and then some of the roles have like apprenticeship or junior user researchers. So you want to approach those organizations, especially if you have like a psychology background, a research background, approach them, because at the end of the day, you may still be able to relocate from Nigeria to the UK as a user researcher, even though currently I haven't seen a lot of roles for UR with visa sponsorship. I've just seen about 2 or 3, but UX designers, there are a couple of roles with visa sponsorships, with relocation package, and the salary is juicy. So you can always buzz me after to find out about these roles, but then go watch my video on YouTube and look at I put the link in the description where you can also apply for UX roles with visa sponsorship.
Well, guys, there you go. This is Dr. M. Abudu, and you can see that I've just pinned a handle over there. It's THEMABU Abudu. All she does on our Instagram feed and YouTube channel is post job opportunities that exist, and that's why we brought this video chat with you to talk about job opportunities that are open with sponsorship in the UK. So if I were you, I would look for her on Instagram and YouTube. It's the M Abudu, THEMABUDU, THEMABUDU. You want to follow her every day and monitor her page every day. Even if you don't look at my page, even if you abandon me, you can go and sleep on her page. You would find what you're looking for. Doc, thank you very much for taking out time to share these opportunities. And I'm sure that as time goes on, we'll share more with people who want to move. So guys, that's been that. Thank you very much for watching. Till another time when I bring you another video, another guest to talk about opportunities that exist elsewhere. It's your one and only Waka Waka Doctor, and I'm signing out. Thank you, guys.
Bye, guys. Thank you. Waka Waka Doctor. Bye.